Well, I'm sure that you've heard it said, um, when you first come up with an idea for a painting or a drawing, well, painting typically, the first thing you need to do is decide which direction the light is coming from. Well, I turned this on its head. We started off with the light coming in this direction, upper left, coming down from the upper left. By the time I reach this point, we're coming in from the upper right and heading down to the left. And I've toned down all the foreground. Originally I was going to let the background be sort of toned down, bring more life in the foreground. I flipped that on its head too. Now we have our highest chroma is really in this field in the background. That's actually a little bit of quinacridone magenta and a little bit of cad yellow pale to achieve this, and then fading off to some yellow ochre and some alizarin crimson. And decided to keep these trunks in the shade because against these colors and that fairly bright blue sky, I thought we'd leave these tree trunks mostly in silhouette as it is, and took away all the light from here. I like it. It's become more of a painting, although it's still very study-like in nature because it's quite painterly and a little bit rustic in approach, I guess you might say. I'm happy with it. Not at all what I was expecting it to be, but nonetheless, a painting I'm very happy with. So today is just kind of a little bit of housekeeping, and I'm getting a little bit far ahead of myself on having a few of these little panels done, but not quite finished, not quite what I'm after. This one is now. I'm happy with that. You know, it's going upstairs. I'm going to live with it. If I see something glaring at me over the following week or so while it dries, then I'll make a change. But I don't see that happening. I see nothing yet. So, we'll set that one aside for the moment. Okay. And this one. I like it too, but I think there are a few things that I can do. I've been living with it upstairs now for a little while in my living room, and I see a couple of things that I think I'd like to improve on it. Not things that you see from close up too much, but more at a distance. I think I'd like to add a little more light onto this trunk. It's very much looking too much like it's half high value on that side, half mid to low value on the right side. I would like to give it a little more character, a little more personality, without adding detail. And I may still drop a few shots of color in here and there to bring a little more life to this. It's okay. It could a few more bits of color I think will improve it. We have very much a band of light here, a band of light here, with a few bars, a few vertical bars, and sort of still too much of an unbroken band of dark, subdued, with only a few shots of color. I would like to make some more loose-ish connective tissue using color and higher values to join this to this. That's the connection, the connective tissue, okay? So I'm going to do a little more of that, and it needs a signature. So I'm going to play with that today. Alright, that's that one. And this one. This is sort of a calm, it's a calm painting, but it's a fairly common theme. You know, foreground, shore, looking over some water, jumping off into somewhat interesting shapes on a distant hill. I'm happy with it, but it needs a little bit of salt. This is a beautiful steak, but it needs some salt. It needs a little salt and pepper. It needs a little bit of spice. So what I'm probably going to do is I may lay a highlight across the water somewhere. Maybe just one, maybe two, but not five. Foreground, I don't know if it needs much of anything. If anything, again, it'll just be the odd stroke, maybe to intensify, or maybe to allow one of these rocks in the foreground to catch a hint of purple or a lighter shade of gray here. Don't know. Obviously, it's going to need a signature as well. This is really our focal area, so I think what I may do is come in here with a cleaner yellow ochre, maybe yellow ochre and even a bit of cad yellow pale mixed in with it, to just, again, only a stroke or two. Not near the top of this hill, because we want to give this hill the feeling of receding, right? Being round and receding. So to help give it more impact, more strength, and more the sense of this disappearing, I'll allow these lines to stay soft and the value and chroma to stay fairly low. But I'll probably lay a couple of stronger strokes down in here somewhere, just behind this row of trees, you know, or this bank of trees, to maybe break it up a little bit more, but mainly to bring some higher chroma, some stronger strokes right in here. I don't know that it needs a whole lot more than that. Again, it only needs a few strokes, but they do have to be well chosen. It's amazing. I may spend an hour working on finishing this painting. The physical time that it takes to do that finishing will probably total about 90 seconds. Because I have to do a lot of thinking to know, to be comfortable with where exactly these strokes would be best applied. So that's about it for now. Yeah, you're seeing some good square on shots. Let me back my fat head off here so I'm not too much in your face. Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.